Hi guys, Tony from Hyperion Trading here. Today I'm making a quick start video guide for the Shizza R61 Record Player. It's a great entry-level record player that plays all sizes and speeds of LPs, and it also includes a couple of 11-watt stereo speakers, USB, Bluetooth, aux input and line out. Let's get into it. Okay, first things first, let's make sure that you've received all the correct components. So the package will include a pair of 11-watt stereo speakers, an Australian 12-volt 2-amp power adapter, an instruction manual, and of course, the record player turntable. Okay, let's get things set up. When setting up the speakers, I actually find it much easier to use the foam packaging to hold the record player in upright position. And that way the speaker terminals are facing up like this. So the speaker terminals are actually in two pairs of red and black. So there's a pair of red and black on the left, which is for the left speaker, and a pair of red and black on the right, which is for the right-hand speaker. Both speakers have a corresponding red and a black wire, and they simply insert into those holes when you've pressed the button down. It really helps if the wires are nice and straight when they go in, because if they're a little bit crooked, it's way harder to get in. Give them a little tug just to make sure that they're firmly in and connected. Plug in your power and you're good to go. Okay, so playing your first album is not all that hard. There's two things you have to do. First, you've got to undo that little locking clip that locks the tone arm in place. That means that the tone arm can now move. If ever you want to move the record player around, you can lock that in again and it's not going to go anywhere. The other thing you've got to do is you've got to take off this little plastic protective thing over the needle. Once that's off, the needle's exposed and you're ready to play an album. Okay, let's just run through a couple of the switches and things along here. This is the lifting mechanism that lifts the tone arm up and down. It lifts it up in a 90-degree angle and drops it down on a 90-degree angle so that it protects your records. This little switch here is the auto stop on and off. When this is on, when the record gets to the end of the album, it will turn off by itself rather than playing continuously until you stop it. Speed settings, 33, 45 or 78. 99.9% of the records that I've ever played have been 33, but the other settings are there if you ever want to use them. And the last one is the on and off switch, which is an on and also volume. Okay, so playing an album is really easy. Basically, put the album on, turn the unit on, make sure that the auto stop feature is on, use the lever to lift the arm, move the needle over to where you want to start playing and drop it down. Lift the lever up, move it to anywhere else you want to go and drop it down. Now I'm just going to show you the auto stop feature. When it gets to the end of the record, once it gets to the very end, it'll stop. Won't wear out your albums, won't wear out your needles. Use the lever to lift the arm up, bring it back to position, drop it down. Okay, with Bluetooth, as long as the record player has auto stop function set to on and the tone arm is in the resting position, the light will turn blue and it's sending out a Bluetooth signal looking for a pair. On your phone or any device really, if you look for a vintage record player, as soon as you've established that connection and they're paired, the record player will just work like a Bluetooth speaker. Okay, just looking at a side view of the record player now, gives you a different perspective. You can see the tone arm lever, lifts it up and down. That is the auto stop on and off. That's your speed settings. And down here we've got your USB section. Now, if the record player is on, and if it is in auto stop is on, then it will automatically look to pair with a Bluetooth device, which it's just done then. But as soon as you plug the USB dongle in, it will now switch to the USB mode. Now you can use the stop and start button, or you can use the back and forward button to cycle through the tracks. That's the USB. Okay, so that's the Shizza R61 vinyl turntable. Comes in 4 colours: walnut, which is what's showing now. It's also got white, and there's a black and an oak, which is the slightly lighter version of the walnut. It'll play all sizes and speeds of records straight out of the box, so there's no need to buy any additional audio equipment. Just plug the speakers in and you're good to go.